Alright. So let's see here. This guy's in Project Faceless. The Druids. So we got a Druid. It looks like it changed up a little bit. We got Kleptomaniac. We got a Rogue, Druid, Warrior, Bard. I'm assuming that's a Wizard. Could be, yeah, I don't think we have CC, so. No pet either. I think we're waiting for the train to go by. We are level 27 on Fappy. And we are 31% into our level. Doing another pawn group. This time we're not tanking or pulling, so that's pretty cool. But they do have to do a bio. Like I wouldn't mind being the wizard in this group. Chilling over there, dropping nukes here and there. CY is, what, like courtyard? Camp, oh, wait, there's castle entrance, I thought it was graveyard. Is that the same as courtyard? Mr. Meach, you've been playing mage mostly. The experience isn't too far off, that's true. Send in pet, damage shield tank, nuke and then watch YouTube until the next pull. True. I feel like wizards, like you don't even have to tell people when you're AFK. You blow all your mana and then you just like put it in chat, like 30 mana. And then you go take a dump and then you come back and nothing's changed. You don't even have like the pet to turn, the pet's like the AFK check, right? If you're not sending in your pet, people are starting to get pissed. What happened to all my mana? Courtyard's different. It's close to ballroom. Okay. I haven't been to too many camps inside. I duoed with the mage a bit. Once upon a time. We just got into the little area that has gargoyles. That little hallway that has the gargoyles, and we just stayed in there, and we were just killing all the gargoyles. We were doing on the monk, sorry, the necro and shaman. And then after we'd clear that out, we'd pull from the next hallway over. But we were staying out of the ballroom. That place is scary. Yeah, you can farm whatever you want on the necro. The issue is if it's camped already is really the issue. But you could farm raw plat easily. Grob guards are really good for like raw plat. They just drop swords that sell for 10 platinum, and then they drop other crap like necklaces that are a plat and a half, shields that are like 1.2 plat. And you could loot everything and sell it there in the city, so you don't have to worry about leaving to vendor or anything like that. So when it comes to raw plat, that's pretty good. I've been farming a lot of lower guck. Even on live side, there's some names. The reason I've been on live side so much as a necro, which I'm supposed to be killing undead stuff, I understand, but the undead stuff is just so camped during the hours I play. Like right now I'm playing off-peak hours, but this is like rare. This is like my day off of work. So typically on my days that I work, I'm only playing on like super peak hours. And so far, dead side's just been camped to shit. But if I go over to live side, nobody's doing anything. Like they're on king, but that's about it. Besides king, nothing's camped. So I'll go over there and I'll just kill stuff. And you know, they drop good raw plat and they drop fine steel. And then if you know, you can kill the different live mobs like Crusader or noble, different stuff like that. And, you know, you can get, like, items that sell for 200-300 plat here and there. Nothing too crazy. If you do manage to go to undead side, though, yeah, you could solo a lot of stuff in there. You could lull undead and just pull the named out of a pack. You could just lull everything, pull the named out, just kill the named. There was a video on the Necro series like a while back, probably like 3 or 4 episodes ago for the Necro, where I'm hanging out with Chupacabra and we're just going and killing names, so you can kind of see that happening a little bit, but we're actually not soloing. But I think maybe in the beginning of the video it shows him lull everything and he just pulls it out single-handedly. And then later on in Kunark and beyond, there's more stuff you could solo. What was the other part of the question? Or a druid? Yeah, so a druid though, yeah, I mean, if you're down to just port, if you could work from home or whatever like that, druids are super useful. You just sit there and, I mean, people pay ridiculous amounts for a port, you know? Like the going rate is 1 plat per level once you're a decent level, so like a level 40 is paying you 40 plat for a port. That's crazy. And if if you work it, bind yourself in the right spot, like bind yourself in EC tunnel and then just spam give somebody a ride, port back, just do it, rinse and repeat, you'll make a ton of money. I mean, I don't know if you could beat that really. You could probably solo the Freedy guy, pretty sure, to get the E-boots, the golden, or the GEB, the Gebs, the golden Freedy boots. But I'm pretty sure that's poop socked to oblivion. I don't know if you'll ever do it, if you'll ever get that camp, because, what is it, Plat Goblin? Plat Goblin in the EC tunnel has an unlimited supply of golden Freedy boots. You buy a pair, they're still selling them. Somebody else buys a pair, they're still selling them. So I'm pretty sure it's they and maybe another person just have it perma poop socked. But that's normal. I haven't seen a server where it's not perma poop socked. For me, I take a lot of shit for it, but I'm kind of the guy that's like, I take the path of least resistance, and that's why, like, you know, a bunch of other necros are, you know, giving me shit for being on live side of Guck a lot. But to me, it's like, it's the path of least resistance. I just log in, I go over there, I do whatever I want. If I go to undead side, it's like, where am I gonna go? Let me watch out for these guys. Oh, there's a train. You know, there's just like a lot of stuff going on. And especially days I work, I don't have a ton of time, so I just want to get in, do my stuff, get out with as little problems as possible. But again, to each their own. Also depends on your play time. There's a Thought Corruptor. A Dark Ritualist on track right here. I wonder if somebody trained him close. Alright, so what's the command to put the forge stuff into the inventory? Does anybody know off the top of their head? Yeah, Joshy, it's like a night in Vegas, right? You wake up hungover and you look next to you and you got like a pile of money on the bed or something. It's like the dream. The Vegas dream. But yeah, no, you're right. I mean, it's just too easy. You don't have to do anything. And if you are lucky enough to have like a work from home job or something like that, it's a no-brainer. Absolute no-brainer. Unfortunately, I have one of those jobs that you could work from home and do it, but they just don't allow it, you know? I'm pretty much on a computer all day at work. Oh, okay. You're watching from your phone or something. Yeah, so that makes it tough. But like you said, you know, there's plenty of times where I get home from work and I just don't feel like, you know, I just don't have the energy to go through all like the regular playing the game, getting a group, you know, doing whatever your responsibilities are, so on and so forth. So, you know, you just log in for an hour, port people around, make some cash, and watch TV while you're doing it, kind of veg out. Druids are very good first characters. I think that's why, you know, there's so many of them when a server comes out. Can't deny it. Yeah, Meech. I mean, mine's kind of like that as well. 85% can be done on the computer, but there is some interactions and stuff that you do in person. So it doesn't make full sense. Whatever, let's kill this thing. To be remote, for me to be remote. Because, like, anytime a problem arises, you kind of need to talk to somebody about it, do something like that. Eye on that Garg for you, Fappy. Oh, it's my turn. It's crazy with how many improvements that they've been doing on this server. Like, once they hired that salt guy, or hired, once that salt guy joined the team, he's really been just pushing the quality of life stuff. It's crazy. I wonder what's gonna come next. I heard bards have melody now, which is pretty wild. So this guy, like this bard, I mean, he's mezzing and stuff, so he's got to be there, but not having to pull or do anything, he could just run melody for the most part and just chill. Whoops. And the spell sets are massive. The spell sets are crazy. That was a really good improvement. It's the worst part about dying. Isn't even the XP loss. The worst part about dying is rememming all your spells. I'm just kidding, but in a lot of cases it is. Especially when you're like lower level. You don't have meditate yet. Oh, you play Dealer's Choice, Cedrith? Alright. Lots of Omaha 50-50. Love it or hate it. Yeah, man. That's cool. Dealer's Choice is fun. Keep it fresh. Excuse me. You always pick the straight Texas Hold'em? Okay. Only Texas Hold'em exists in your world. Yeah. Sometimes I just like doing 5-card draw. That's fun. Michael, you're a Kinos boy for life? Man, I don't blame you. I might have blamed you 20 years ago. 20 plus years ago. But I would have been wrong. Kinos is the play, man. It's really good. I'll always have that that love for Freeport, and it is nice again to be next to the tunnel, and you know, you're next to the evil races too, so if you're trying to play with some friends in their evil races, it's nice to be over there. But yeah, Kinos is, man. Lakers crushed the Sixers the other day. Dude, Lakers have been on a tear. They're on a 4-game winning streak. I don't know if you saw like last night. Maybe you haven't because you're a Sixers fan, but Lakers went to double OT with the Bucks and won at Bucks. So that was crazy. And there was no LeBron James either. So Giannis and Lillard and everybody was playing, but LeBron James was out. They came back from being down 19 points in the fourth quarter to push it to overtime. Which one are we on? Okay. And they pushed it to overtime. They got pushed to double overtime, and they pulled it out. It was crazy. I mean, it's a bummer. I mean, the Sixers might have won if you had Joel Embiid. Is there any timetable on that? I think he might be back in the playoffs. Is that right? Too many cards takes out the nuance of the game, and that's part that you love the most. So you like 5-card draw? No, I'm just kidding. Five-card stud, you said? Oh. Yeah, I would, you know, I agree with you. Omaha is kind of like, for the people who play Rogue, or for the people who play whatever, the people who like big numbers, big hands, because, right, Omaha is always like a huge hand over another huge hand, because there are the extra cards. See those fat numbers. You saw the highlights this morning? Yeah, it was wild. Embiid will be back before the playoffs. It's good. Yeah. I mean, Tyrese Maxey has really come into his own the last couple of years. He's balling out of control. And there's a nice team around him. Yeah, Drew Holiday now too, right? Or is it Kyle Lowry? Who just went over there? Maybe not just, but Sixers have a really good team. Can bluff them with your dirty diaper. I don't know if I'm familiar with that term. Is that a term for a hand? What's the dirty diaper? I'm curious now. Donye West? Key West? K West? What's happening here? Welcome, Donnie. We had Ale pulling previously, but if you want, I can take over, says the Bard. This guy is like, if you want to pull, it's fine. Let me change my songs. I kind of suck at it, to be honest. Yeah, man. But that's the way it goes with tanks. You just got to do it. I'm surprised I didn't get volunteered. It's tough. It's tough life, right? You can't really make a tank if you don't want to pull, or you're gonna have to do it a lot. It's just the way it is. It's like in WoW, like every warrior just wants to be the DPS warrior, and it's like maybe in Classic it works out in raiding, but when you're leveling up, you're the tank, man. Dirty Diaper is 2-3 off. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I mean, it could be 7 deuce. That's worse, but do you have good luck with 2-3 off? Is that like your lucky hand? Oh, you're out of here? Join me on the next one. Perfect timing for you. Won't be playing poker again for a while. Okay, yeah. I'll shoot you a message, and we'll figure something out. I need to change my. Have a good night, and sorry about the turnout of poker, the way it turned out. I need to change my. Where are we? Am I lost? Oh, nope, here we are. What's this dude's name? Don Yee. Alright, there we go. What's up, Craig? Just doing the Mistmoore thing. We're at the pond again. I got an invite to Castle Entrance, but I had already committed to a pond group. And I don't know, I keep seeing trains from Castle, like this entire group, we've just seen train after train after train from Castle. I'm low for there, so I don't think it would have turned out too well. But the XP here is not like the greatest. But it's moving. We're at 72% now. Your lucky hand is 9-7. Just wanted to say dirty diaper. I'm glad you did, I hadn't heard of that. 9-7, brutal, man. I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. That's the thing with those lucky hands, is they don't make sense, they just happen. Alright, this guy's pulling like a beast. Maybe this is the way, this is the play, so the tank can just stay here and tank. I mean, that probably is the play. If you have a puller. Pullers are rare, though. And usually bards don't want to pull. Dang. Dude, we're going ham. This got intense. I don't even think I have to snare anymore. I think the tank is doing that to keep aggro. Let's find out. Did I get a chance to watch UFC 299? Love watching O'Malley fight. I did. Yeah, it was good. I think O'Malley's next fight is going to be interesting, right? If he ends up fighting Merab. Man, what do you think of that? You got Sean still, or you think Merab's gonna... Merab's a freaking machine, dude. But but O'Malley's crazy. Like, he's so unsuspecting, and then he just knocks people out. It's wild. He is. He's so accurate. Like, I don't think he has really the power. I mean, he's so skinny. How could he have the power, right? I think he's so technical and he's so accurate that he has enough power, and he just, you know, he snipes those shots in there and just lights out. Oh man, come on, we got somebody grinding cement outside or something. I'm telling you, it's always something. Got on last night on 31 Shaman for 2 hours, spinning your wheels, all your solo spots. You're 31 now, though? Dude, I feel like you just made that character the other week. You're going pretty quick. Merab's gonna be eating knees and uppercuts all night. Will it stop him, though? Will it stop him? I think it's going to be a good fight. I can't wait. Someone's got to stop Merab, or someone's got to stop Sean, so, you know, it's a head-on collision. All your solo spots were taken and you couldn't find a group. Yeah, it's a bummer. It's not as common for like a weekday. But on the weekend, that's how I feel every weekend. That's actually why I was trying to tell the mage, like, if we play on the weekend, we should just go to P99 and work on our shaman mage duo. Because P99's not, you know, nuts to butts on the weekend like this server is. O'Malley has the striking advantage. Marab has the motor and possibly wrestling. Yeah. Makes for a good matchup. Wrestling usually wins, but can he take O'Malley down? Or can O'Malley snipe him before wrestling becomes a thing? Plus, you know, you never know. Marab might try to, you know, sometimes these guys try to prove themselves, and then he'll just stand there and box them even though it's not in his benefit. It's another mod. Jesus, dude, this is nonstop. The XP is going to go quick now. You made it. You made him on the end of January, so it's almost been 2 months. Yeah. Wow. Time does fly. Jeez. I'm just gonna nuke. I think this dude's snaring. I think it's confirmed, which makes sense. So now I'm free to nuke and just get a little more DPS output. Yeah, Cheeto looked pretty beat up. He held his own though. Cheeto's a beast in his own right. Yeah, same here. I was just talking about that earlier, Craig. Can't wait for Kunark so we can spread out. More camps, more spreading out. Now here's the question that I was asking myself: is we're all excited about Kunark. We're excited about the pre-Kunark event where we can all go make XRs and do that thing. But while everybody's doing that, the homeland back here where we are now is going to kind of clear out. So, anybody out there thinking of not making an XR and just hanging out here and actually being able to get camps you want and stuff? You think that'll be a thing? See, I didn't snare that one though, and he ran off. So I don't know, man. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Meach. Yeah, pre-Kunark event will be a great time to hit the popular camps. It's true. And I have my whole predicament where I already have an Ixar monk on P99, and I already have a shaman on P99, albeit not an Ixar. That the only thing left for me, and I already have a necro. I have plenty of necros, right? So the only thing really left for me is like an SK, but I don't want an Ixar SK. So maybe I just don't make an Ixar and I do some cool camps, but I don't think I can do that. I got to come up with something. I got to make an Ixar something, right? Where'd the mob go? The hell? Pre-Kunark's going to be absolutely bonkers, at least at first. It'll be launch day again. I plan on waiting a week to make your XR. Yeah, dude. It's true. I think I'm going to make one day one, but will I then take a break after day one and let the crowds clear out? Maybe. I got to be there for the hype, though. I gotta show the shit show that ensues, right? We'll get that on tape. But launch day was insane, right, on this server? It was insane. I wonder if we'll get back up to like 2K players, though. A straight warrior? It's possible. Oh, I just love ogres too much. Oh my god. I don't know. And Ixars can't wear plate yet, which isn't the biggest deal. They'll be able to wear plate soon enough, but... I'm actually a little bit surprised Secrets didn't do something about that, but I guess maybe it would be OP having the AC bonus right now, but once an expansion or two come out, it gets watered down, so it doesn't matter anymore. Ixar Beast Lord. Yeah, I'm gonna make an Ogre Beast Lord 100%. Actually, I was just looking through my old videos from like 5 years ago on this channel, and I had no idea that I have like a Mythenial Mar raid where I'm on a Beast Lord in on Cello TLP. I don't even remember doing that. I remember doing the raid, but I don't remember doing that video. But I was looking at some old stuff. Looking at some old live streams just to try to get my settings correct and see what I was doing. And I saw that there. And that surprised me. I was like, what the hell? But yeah, I can't wait to recreate that Ogre Beast Lord. I'm just like an Ogre fanboy. What can I say? Yeah, I'm assuming they will, Meech. I'm assuming they will do a pre... moon landing. I'm wondering if... because they had originally when the server was launching, like even weeks before the server launched, the original timeline was 6 months per expansion. What's happening here? He's taking that as a pet. Okay. XK hasn't figured that out yet. Or he's lost it. It's not a pet anymore. This one... what's happening? I'm back on that guy for some reason. Alright, let's just kill this. It's on the road. We gotta get it dead. So I'm wondering if they'll, like... and he said it's kind of like up to the community. If the community's begging for shorter releases, they might do that. Or they might... they floated the idea of putting the hole out early and just having like the really good gear not drop until the proper time, but just so that the server could spread out. I thought that was a good idea. They ended up not doing it. You're glad they stretched it out? Yeah. I prefer slow servers. I'm out of mana. What the hell? This polling is nonstop. I prefer slow servers and releases, but at the same time, I cannot wait for Kunark, and I also, furthermore, can't wait for like Lucklin and Pop. I don't know how this Ogre has any mana to hold aggro at the rate we're pulling. He doesn't realize this is scratching his ass. Do I think John Jones is going to duck Tom Aspinall? I don't know why he would. Do you think Tom Aspinall will beat him? It's hard to vote against John Jones. He only has the one loss due to disqualification, and they got rid of that. What is it? 12-6 elbow is not illegal anymore. So if you retro dated his loss, he wouldn't technically have lost. It's hard to bet against John Jones, but I don't know. So he's gonna fight Stipe, right? He beats Stipe. You think he retires and he just dodges and retires? You do think Aspinall beats him? Yeah, I'm not sure we'll ever see it. It's hard to say. How about that Gus fight? Remember when he fought Gus the first time? Did they fight twice? No, I think they only fought the one time. That was wild. That that took years off of Gus's career, though. You don't mind being a filthy, you think instance rating, people don't need as much time. Yeah, so that's a true thing, but you don't mind because you're filthy casual. That was my, you know, I'm sure there's a filthy casual guild on every server. But that was my, I was in filthy casuals on Eridune, if anybody played Eridune. You agree it's hard to bet against John Jones. His striking might never be outmatched due to his age. Or might be outmatched due to his age. Yeah. It's true, right? And he only has the one heavyweight fight. Zero Gon's a good striker, though. Zero Gon's actually a really good striker. Different, though. Different, right? So we'll have to see. Am I eventually going to move to the graveyard after the pawns start greening out? Yeah, I want to do that. They haven't even light blued out yet, though. The first time I was here, in the last video I did here, I did see a couple light blues. I haven't seen a single light blue today, but I haven't really been conning a lot. But I've conned enough, and I haven't seen any light blues. But yeah, I'd like graveyard. I don't know what this group's plans are. I really haven't been paying attention to them or the chat. And my chat's, I don't know, my chat's busted. It's not like it is on, see, I don't even think we have mana to snare. Like, we're so low on mana. I could have snared that one, but he's been snaring, so I haven't been. Maybe I'll snare this one, I guess. If the group wanted to move, I'm totally down. And if there was a group there at the time, I would have tried to get in that group, but there was no group there when I started here. I ran over there and checked, and there was like a shaman, or no, there was an enchanter soloing. I'm level 27, yeah. So I'm about to get 28 here, 20% more. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I thought the Gon fight would have been closer. I thought Gon might, you know, like, honestly, I thought Gon might have won. I don't know. We hadn't seen John Jones in, whatever, 2+ years or something, and you know how John Jones likes to do. So I thought Gon might spark him, but of course, it's John Jones, so it didn't happen. You're gonna try to get into graveyard? Yeah, there's almost always a graveyard group. There just wasn't today. There's only 23 people here. There was more people here at like 7 this morning when I first came here and checked before the stream. There was like more people here, but there wasn't a group there. They're all in the castle doing something. I should be sitting. I need a med. Okay, so the bard. Yeah, okay, so he's gonna run in. I think me and the tank both need to med a little bit here. So we'll go ahead and do that and wait for the bard to get back. All right, so we're on the final stretch. 13% more. This bard's pulling like an absolute beast. We're gonna finish up this level here. And then I guess we'll be on our way. He's pulling some higher level mobs. The glyphed ones. I think those are a couple levels higher. You wouldn't tolerate that? You're glad you missed the Quarm launch? The Quarm launch was pretty nuts. It was. There was no queue, but they didn't put a limit on how many people could log in. They were going to wait until they had issues and then go from there. But as far as I know, the person who is donating for the server, who's paying for the server, it's an anonymous donator. I'm sure Secrets knows, but they're to remain anonymous to us. I think they paid for a really good server. And it never got to that point, but it did get up to 2K, which was nuts, like you're saying. Yeah, it was crazy. There was no queue, but yeah, it was like so stupid. Like, like I was saying earlier in this stream / video, possibly, is that on day one, I just found one single mob where it spawned, and I just camped that. But again, the respawn rates were really, really high, so it wasn't that bad. But it was bad. Like, don't get me wrong, it was bad. But I don't know. It creates memories, you know? I'm happy to have those memories. But yeah, definitely frustrations. But I forget the frustrations a lot faster than I forget the memories. Resisted the snare? Some booty cheeks. Resisted the snare again. Come on, man. Come on, man. Craig, you did come in early enough, though. You started at a good time. Like, you still have plenty of time. So, not a bad threading of the needle. Is that a gloom water? I think it is. What is it? Yeah. Okay. You played P99 green on launch? Yeah, I wanted to. It was sad. Like, I wish I did. Even though it was crazy. I know they all opened up teal and that whole mess happened. It was worse, though. It was, like, way worse than probably here. Because here they increased spawn rates. Here they increased named mob respawns or drops. You know, so people can get stuff. You know, some might look at that as a negative thing. And that makes sense to me. That's fine if you think of it that way. That's why I'm glad we have options, different places to play. But honestly, it made for a better launch. You know, imagine the Quarm launch if there was an increased spawn rates. Imagine the Quarm launch if you couldn't get this NPC to drop something you needed. You know, that's just crazy. So that's probably how teal, green was. But at least they opened the overflow server of teal. But even then, I know that like the monostone lines were insane. I heard about some of that shenanigans. Of course, again, I'll shout out to Zaid. He actually had some videos on like the P99 green launch, so I got to hear of some of the shenanigans even though I wasn't there. My plan was to play on P99 green launch. I was waiting forever because I was on blue. I was waiting forever for a P99 green launch, and I tried to get my friends hyped. I was like, oh, they're launching P99 green. This is gonna be crazy. Finally, it's happening. And then a couple of my friends started playing on their, like, none of us had ever played a TLP at that point. And a couple of my friends were playing on Mangler. And I even saw Mangler. I saw the announcement for Mangler. I didn't even know about TLPs because I was like out of the EQ scene outside of like P99. I was just playing on P99. I had no idea they were doing TLPs. Like, live EverQuest was off of my radar. Or actual EverQuest, like legit EverQuest, whatever I'm trying to say, the official EverQuest was off of my radar. So then my friends were like, oh, I saw it in the news. Oh, Mangler's gonna launch. It's gonna be, you know, like a Finny clone or whatever. And so I learned all about all of that stuff. Why is she mad at me? What did I do? What did I do? Why is she so mad at me? Anyways, so then I ended up not doing either. I just stayed on P99 blue. And then my friends went and played on Mangler. And so they talked me into it. So I was like, man, I was really trying to talk them into playing P99, but they just aren't that like hardcore. They didn't want to spend the time and all that crap. It's the same dude who's trying to get me to play live WoW. So I played on Mangler instead of P99 green, is what I'm getting to. And I regret that. I should have played on green, but I would have been alone. Instead, I got to play with my friends, which was cool. Oh, we got a custodian. We got the healer. Yeah, Dane. On the Bard. No. I need a rep, though. I need a rep in, like, I don't know, any time, really, once I level. You can see I'm at 90% right now. I'm trying to get repped when I ding. My girl's coming over. If you want to rep me, that's fine. This Bard is pulling. So, I mean, you could have a Bard that stays in the group and a Bard that pulls. He's a beast. I don't know. It's up to you. Whatever. Jesus, I'm going to start nuking. We don't have the DPS to down this chick. I'm just going to chain nuke. I'm not paying attention. There we go. Holy crap. Yeah, Quarm is way more approachable for sure. Way more approachable. It's more casual, even though it's still like P99-esque. It's still way more approachable, and it's still like hardcore. Not hardcore, it's not the word for it, because there is hardcore now. It's still old school enough. Like, you play on a TLP and it's a whole new world. They're selling you fucking money, they're selling you buffs. And, you know, that's not cool. The spirit is lost. There's still the spirit is still on this server, you know, even with the changes. The spirit of poop socking's a little less, but the other spirit is there. Mr. Rum, looking for some buffs near Hollis. I don't have any characters that buff. I have this ranger, which isn't really a buffing character. I do have a couple crappy buffs, but I don't really have a class that buffs on this server. I got a wizard that's level super low. And then I have this guy, and then I have a necro with Dead Man floating. It has my only buff, really. This guy's taking the dog out again. This darn dog. Dogs, am I right? Alright, what's going on here? This guy's down a bit. The SK's just... I mean, the guy with the dog... Wait, what? Did I read that right? The guy with the dog is here, and then the SK's not here? I don't know. Maybe I read that wrong. That's nice of you, Wolfdar. Wolfdar's gonna hook you up. A good buffing class, probably the best. And also can travel around quickly. Best of both worlds. It's nice of you. Go on World of Warcraft and try to get somebody to come buff you. Good luck. Oh, it was Ebbs. Ebbs was the one. Okay. I saw that rebreathers are out. So Tinkering's out? I thought Tinkering came with Kunark. I guess I'm wrong on that. But I did see that somebody's selling rebreathers now. They're like 2,500. Oh, Dane, I just saw that. This bard was in the other group last night and you're fighting over poles. That's funny. Time to mend that relationship. I'm just kidding. I think it was Throbbit. Throbbit was telling me last night he was watching some of my old videos where I was like kind of like raging out on a bard. I was like, it was a long session and it was late at night and I was tired and cranky. I was playing the shaman, I think. And this bard was annoying me. Oh, you got your fishbone earring already? Did you kill him yourself? Did you lose the rep or whatever? He's your own kind, man. Yeah, Mr. Rumps. It's a good community. I mean, it's like that for the most part on P99 as well. It's not, you know, in the upper rating area, people complain about stuff. But for the most part, the casual leveling on the server, it's really good there as well. But again, like, who was it, Craig? Like, I think Craig said, it's not as approachable as this server. The server's just extra approachable. It's nice. Yeah, P99 bards are far more annoying. And with that being said, I mained a bard on P99 blue, and I was kiting. But you know, I never annoyed people. I'm always courteous. I always go out of my way to be courteous instead of ignoring everybody and just pulling all their mobs and killing them. But P99 blue was, not to say it was dead. This was pre-green. But everybody was kind of established, right? So there wasn't so many people running around all the zones. So you could easily find a zone with nobody in it and grab a ton of mobs and kite them, and you're not making anybody mad. Look at this big old train, another one. But I did have party to zone. I did have a good time kiting. That's exhilarating. That's the thing, Craig. Bards weren't nerfed originally. So like the first level 50 was a bard. Because you could kite unlimitedly for the first while. So they were doing that. And sometimes they still are. Sometimes you still, not that often, but sometimes you'll still see a bard with like 30 mobs on him. Even though they can only hit 4 at a time. And I guess they just eventually whittle them down. I don't know. Oh, this guy's red. Holy moly. Alright. Let's see how this goes. I don't want to die. I'm at 94%. If I remember correctly, didn't they have like some sort of thing on? No, that was a different server. My bad. Never mind. Scratch that. All right, we're gonna take this chick out. Hell yeah. Whoops. That's one way to put it in your bag. Oh, the guy who trained died, apparently, they said. Essence of Moonlight? See if I still have that notification on here. Let me look for it. I don't. Shoot. Yeah. What is going on? There we go. Thanks again, Wolfdar. That's very nice of you to buff him. Wolfdar is a really nice dude. Give it up. Hooked the pally up with a few items as well. The pally that I'm playing with on the... Oh, shit. I didn't do that. Wait, did I do that? I didn't do that. The paladin I'm playing with on the mage, gave him some items. Making our life a lot easier. Okay, so he's gonna break this anytime now. Alright. Okay. That's his pet. Alright, Craig, I'll see you later. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Chatting it up. Like I said in the last one, this makes for a way better experience being able to chat with you guys and not sitting here talking to myself and the future you guys. Comments are great, and replying to comments, I like that as well. I get a lot of tips from you guys and everything in the comments and all that kind of stuff, and it gives me something to do like at work when I go on my breaks and stuff. I like to look at my phone and reply to comments and stuff. But there's just something different about streaming and being able to reply to you guys live and just hold a conversation back and forth. It's really nice. We almost got our ding. Let's see. See how much time I got left. Alright. We still got time. We got plenty of time. Oh, my neck is killing me. I need to, like, stretch. Dang, that was a long shot. That was good range on that one. SK is back, nice. Got to med up there, which is also nice. I know SKs are pretty mana hungry. It's hard for them to keep up their mana when the pulls are constant, especially if they have to pull and they don't get to sit down ever. You can't see him because he's on top of him. Thanks, Harry. I'm glad it's working out. That you guys are able to listen at work. Help the day go by. Is this guy just rooted, or oh, this guy maybe? I'm glad you're enjoying it. Nothing crazy, nothing too special, just the old pawn group. Mistmoore. But the engagement is nice. That's special. Yeah, so what I was saying is, unfortunately, I work 8 days in a row, starting tomorrow, so probably won't be able to do another one for a while, which is unfortunate, because I'm really enjoying these. But I will do one towards the end of the week next week, like on Thursday or Friday, I think. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Wednesday? No, today's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday? Oops, trying to heal the mob. Wrong button. Yeah, so my next day off is actually Friday. That's not a good day, but I'll try to stream on Friday, or I'll stream on over the weekend. I don't really want to stream over the weekend too much. I mean, it's cool and it's fun, but I think it's better when everybody's at work to kind of give you something to pass the day. I think it's best. Because I'm just like most of you out there. I do the exact same thing. I'm sitting there at work with an earbud in, listening to videos, streams, and all that. So I feel it. I know what you guys are doing. So I'll try to plan for a Friday live stream next Friday. Unfortunately, not this Friday. Unless I get a wild hair. I mean, the first stream I did was on a weekend, and it was on a day I worked, and it was when I worked at 4 a.m. the next day, and I still did it. But that was like super random. I don't know. It's hard to plan a stream, because I want to like plan it like a day ahead of time at least. And it's hard to plan and know how I'm going to feel that day. Like when I get home from work and when I have work the next day. Like I might get home from work and just be like, I'm toasted. And I don't want to like cancel a stream. So we dinged. I didn't even hear it. It didn't do the ding sound, but we got the ding in. I don't know where the SK went. He just kind of ran out the door. Okay, Donnie, take care. Oh, I guess he had to go. All right, so we got the ding. And now we'll start winding down here. Now they want to move to graveyard? Come on. I'm out of time. All right, so we finished up the group here. I just exited. Did not get the rep, but they wanted to hold out for an enchanter. So I just went ahead and bailed on them. This was part of a live stream, and I've tried to condense it into the roughly hour-long video that I normally do. So we're going to see how this works. If it didn't work out that great, my bad. But hopefully it worked out pretty good. One more thing that I wanted to do on this video is I wanted to shout out Mitch. He bought me 10 coffees I think the video was paused during the live stream when I shouted him out, so I wanted to make sure I did it on the video. He says he loves the video, and he watched the Quarm Necro series, went back and watched the MetaZoo Necro series on P99, and he got a bunch of tips and camp spots, and he's been loving those spots on his mage here on Quarm. Good to have you on Quarm, Mitch. Hopefully you're having a great time. See you in game sometime. Thank you a bunch. Thanks for those coffees. Cheers, my guy. With that, I will see you in the next video.